Hi, it's Tom Wells for Federal Student Loan Forgiveness. Today we're going to look at why parents with bad credit shouldn't try to help with student loan debt. Some new regulations designed to curb criticism that student loans are too easy to obtain were announced by the U.S. Department of Education targeting Parent PLUS loans. These particular lenders are the only type of federal loan that requires a credit check. The benefit of getting a PLUS loan is that parents can help to provide financing for offspring who wouldn't ordinarily qualify on their own. However, the amount that can be borrowed doesn't have a set limit, except the amount cannot exceed more than the cost of the education minus any financial aid. But the new standards as set forth by the Department of Education will make it harder for borrowers with a checkered credit history. It now takes into account a number of factors, including whether they are debt more than 90 days delinquent with a balance of more than $2,100. Other items include accounts in collections, foreclosure, tax liens, wage garnishment, and bankruptcy. Parents in any of these situations may not be completely out of the running, however. If they can prove extenuating circumstances or possibly get a cosigner for the loan, it's still possible to obtain one, although counseling for the PLUS loan must be completed first. For the most part, federal loans do have drastic consequences for those borrowers who run into default. These may include, but are not limited to, garnishment of tax refunds, wages, and even Social Security benefits. PLUS loans can be extremely dangerous products that typically have higher interest rates and repayment options that are less than flexible. According to Pete Wiley, a co-founder of Gradable, a web page that assists students with managing and paying off their student loans, PLUS loans were intended to bridge the gap between the cost of attending school and the typical federal direct loan programs. He went on to state that changes in the execution of the loan process has caused people to take a good look at the potential burden that is left over once a student has graduated. Parents who wouldn't have given it a second thought are now actively seeking out such things as the credit reports, scanning them to make sure that nothing is out of the ordinary. A poor credit score by itself isn't enough to nullify an application, but it is still a good idea for parents to know where they stand. They do contain a variety of useful information such as the adverse items that could in fact affect their ability to borrow against. Finally, it is wise for parents to think long and hard about whether a loan of this type is in their best interest long term. There are a number of unforeseen circumstances that could arise following graduation, such as the child's inability to pay or even help with a monthly bill. A potential also exists for extended unemployment or even a medical condition making it impossible to work. Other routes do exist that might be more palatable for somebody in this situation. It's best to perform the proper due diligence before pulling the trigger. Thanks for watching.